Well, April 15th is right around the corner. Do you know where your tax forms are? Your tax lady, Kathy BYLKAS, is here with some tips on whether we should file an extension. Good morning.
Good morning.
So let me ask, most people probably who are getting a refund have already filed, I'm assuming.
Most of them, yes.
So it's those of us that maybe have to pay, that we're holding off. You say, what happens if we have to file an extension? How do we do it?
If you file an extension, it's just a couple of minute call to me or to any preparer, or you can actually call the IRS or go online to them just to get your extension. But the extension only extends your paper. It does not extend the time you have to pay.
Yeah, let's put up the graphic and talk about the deadline. You have to submit that extension by April 15th, right?
April 18th.
April 18th, that's right. This year is the 18th. You're right. I apologize. But any tax due has to be paid in full?
Yes.
And they'll still assess a penalty and interest?
Yes. When you do file, if you did owe them money, they will get money for interest and penalties for their portion.
So the interest and penalties, is that based on a percentage or is that a flat fee?
No, it is a percentage of how much you owed and how much use you got of their money.
But you say there's an alternative.
There is. Come in and get your taxes done now. We still have room to get you in, and why put off the agony of not knowing how much you're really going to owe?
So make sure you file, that's what you're saying.
Yes.
So let me ask you this. Let's put up that other graphic about the alternative. If we file on time.
If you file on time and you can't pay.
You
can at least make an installment agreement with them. It does cost you money. They do charge $105 for an installment agreement, but at least it keeps you out of that penalty phase.
Right, so we don't get penalized.
Yes, penalties are awful.
So would you say then, is it better to file and then not pay versus filing an extension and then paying in full later? What would you think?
If you file an extension and don't pay till later anything, then you will have the penalty also. Okay. And you're looking at a 10–15% penalty. So it all depends on how much you're going to owe them. It'd be easier for you to file now, set up an installment agreement with them, and at least get on the track so that you're paying it back and so that you know ahead of time.
If we're delinquent on taxes, does that go on credit report?
It does.
Yeah. So it's important to get that done.
Yeah.
Another thing you were talking about, you're some kind of special agent, right?
I'm an enrolled agent.
What does that mean?
That just means that I can represent you in front of the IRS. When you get those wonderful fan mail from the government, I can take care of them. Those are letters that you receive about a question that they have on your information.
So if we need help, we can come to you.
Yes.
Not just for filing taxes, but the aftermath as well. Excellent. Kathy. Kathy also wrote the book, 10 Biggest Mistakes People Make on Their Tax Returns, and imagine that we make the same mistakes year after year. So,
unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, so just because tax season is over now doesn't mean you can't use this book. She's been kind enough to give us a couple of copies to give away again today. If you would like to win one, email us that address, morningnews@fox21news.com. We'll take the first couple of emails and give you details on how you can pick up your book. Kathy, where can they find you?
We're at the corner of Woodman Road and Rock Rimmon at 401 Wind Chime Place.
And we've got more information on your tax lady on our website, coloradoconnection.com. Happy tax season.
You bet.
Thanks for all